The wait is over. The FIFA World Cup officially starts today. 32 nations, millions of fans, one beautiful game. But grab your tissues, football fans, because this tournament is going down in history. We are about to witness the ultimate last dance. Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Luka Modric, Neymar Jr., and Kevin De Bruyne. For these absolute titans of the sport, this is it. Their final shot at eternal glory. The end of an era is here, and they are leaving it all on the pitch. The pitch is ready. The stage is set. Who are you backing to take home the greatest prize in sports? World Cup 2026 is officially here, and day one brought absolute chaos. Let's recap. Co-host Mexico got the party started at the Azteca, sweeping aside South Africa 2-0. Quiñones and Raul Jimenez found the back of the net, but the real story? The drama. 3 red cards were handed out, leaving South Africa to finish with just 9 men. Meanwhile, South Korea pulled off an epic comeback against the Czech Republic. Down early, Hwang In-beom leveled it up before super sub Oh Hyun-gyu smashed home the 2-1 winner in the 80th minute. The 2026 World Cup has officially kicked off, and the host nations are already bringing the heat. The USA hit the ground running with an absolute masterclass, completely dominating Paraguay in a 4-1 victory. They are looking dangerous. Meanwhile, Canada just made history. A clutch 78th minute equalizer from Sile Larin against Bosnia and Herzegovina secured Canada's first ever point at a World Cup. World Cup Day 3 brought pure chaos and historic moments. If you missed it, here is your 30-second recap. First up, late drama. Qatar stunned Switzerland by scoring a clutch late equalizer to snatch a 1-1 draw. And speaking of shocks, heavyweights Brazil couldn't break down a resilient Morocco, ending in a massive 1-1 draw. Meanwhile, break out the bagpipes. Scotland edged past Haiti 1-0, securing their first World Cup win since 1990. Finally, the Socceroos are flying. Australia took down Turkey 2-0 with stunners from Irankunda and Metcalf. 7-1? Germany absolutely demolished Curaçao today at the World Cup. Kai Havertz grabbed a brace in that 7-1 thrashing. But that wasn't the only drama. Japan snatched a thrilling late equalizer to draw 2-2 against the Netherlands. Côte d'Ivoire broke Ecuador's hearts with a clutch last-minute winner to take it 1-0. And Sweden did not hold back, crushing Tunisia 5-1. 4 games? 4 draws? Day 5 of the World Cup was absolute madness. The biggest shock of the tournament just dropped. Debutants Cabo Verde held mighty Spain to a 0-0 draw, thanks to an absolute masterclass from their keeper, Vozinha. The chaos didn't stop there. Egypt stunned Belgium 1-1. Saudi Arabia frustrated Uruguay in another 1-1 tie. And Iran and New Zealand delivered an action-packed 2-2 thriller. Whoa, stop scrolling. Lionel Messi just broke the internet and the World Cup history books. In an absolute masterclass, Argentina just destroyed Algeria 3-0. And guess who ran the show? The GOAT himself bagged a majestic hat trick. But this wasn't just any hat trick. At 38 years old, Leo just became the oldest player in history to score a World Cup hat trick, aging like absolute fine wine. But wait, it gets crazier. With those 3 goals, Messi has officially tied Miroslav Klose's legendary impossible record, 16 all-time World Cup goals. 6 World Cups, 16 goals. Is the debate finally over? Messi, Mbappe, and Haaland absolutely went off today. Here's your daily World Cup recap and today's predictions. First up, Kylian Mbappe bagged a brace as France took down Senegal 3-1. Not to be outdone, Erling Haaland also scored twice, leading Norway to a 4-1 crushing of Iraq. But the headline? Lionel Messi dropped his first ever World Cup hat trick as Argentina dominated Algeria 3-0. Plus, Austria took care of business, beating Jordan 3-1. What a wild day of World Cup action. Portugal summers a massive scare, holding on to a frustrating 1-1 draw against a resilient DR Congo side after Yone Wissa struck back. Meanwhile, Colombia completely dominated Uzbekistan 3-1 to claim the top spot in Group K. Over in Group L, absolute chaos. England and Croatia played a 6-goal thriller. Harry Kane bagged a brace, but it was Jude Bellingham and Marcus Rashford in the second half that sealed a massive 4-2 win for the Three Lions. And how about Ghana? Kept us on the edge of our seats until the 95th minute when Caleb Irankini smashed home a dramatic 1-0 winner against Panama. What a day at the World Cup! History was just made, and things got absolutely chaotic. Canada just secured their first ever World Cup win by absolutely destroying Qatar 6-0. Jonathan David netted a historic hat-trick, while Qatar finished with 9 men. Meanwhile, Switzerland blew past Bosnia 4-1 with a late explosion, and Mexico locked down the round of 32 with a tight 1-0 win over Korea. And Czechia shared the points with South Africa in a tense 1-1 draw after a late VAR penalty. Hold on. Check the receipts. Yesterday, I told you USA would win 2-0, Morocco 1-0, and Brazil 3-0. And what happened? Bang! 3 exact scores nailed perfectly. The USA cruised past Australia. Morocco struck in 71 seconds to sink Scotland, and Vinicius Jr. orchestrated a 3-0 masterclass for Brazil. The only miss? Turkey shockingly crashed out 1-0 to a 10-man Paraguay. 32 shots, and they couldn't score. Oh, wow. 13 goals in just 3 games? Group F went absolutely wild today. The Netherlands completely dismantled Sweden 5-1. Brian Broby and Cody Gakpo both bagged doubles to put the Dutch on cruise control. Meanwhile, Japan celebrated the World Cup's 1,000th historical match by crushing Tunisia 4-0. Ayase Ueda was unstoppable with a clinical brace. Over in Group E, super sub Deniz Undav rescued Germany. He scored an equalizer in the 68th minute and a dramatic winner deep in stoppage time to beat Côte d'Ivoire 2-1. And history has been made. Debutants Curaçao held Ecuador to a 0-0 draw, securing their first ever World Cup point thanks to an absolute masterclass from goalkeeper Eloy Room. The World Cup is getting wild. If you missed today's action, I've got you covered in 60 seconds. First up, Spain bounced back in a massive way, crushing Saudi Arabia 4-0. 18-year-old sensation Lamine Yamal bagged his first ever World Cup goal, and Oyarzabal netted a quick-fire double. Total drama in LA. Belgium went down to 10 men after a straight red card, and Iran's defense stood like a brick wall to force a shocking 0-0 draw. Meanwhile, Cabo Verde pulled off an incredible 2-2 thriller against Uruguay. And history was made in Vancouver. Egypt came from behind to beat New Zealand 3-1, securing their first ever World Cup win. Welcome back to your daily World Cup catch-up. 3 teams just punched their knockout tickets, and the superstars delivered. Let's get into it. Argentina cruised past Austria 2-0 to win Group J, with Lionel Messi breaking yet another massive World Cup goal-scoring record. France dominated Iraq 3-0. Powered by a brilliant 2-goal brace from Kylian Mbappe. Match of the day, Norway beat Senegal 3-2 in a thriller, thanks to 2 clutch goals from Erling Haaland. And Algeria fought hard to take down Jordan 2-1. Ronaldo made history, England got frustrated, and Colombia are moving on. Here's your World Cup daily sum-up. Portugal smashed Uzbekistan 5-0, with Cristiano Ronaldo scoring twice and becoming the first men's player to score at 6 different World Cups. England were held to a 0-0 draw by Ghana, who defended brilliantly and made life very difficult for the Three Lions. Croatia kept their hopes alive with a tight 1-0 win over Panama, thanks to Ante Budramir's second-half goal. And Colombia beat Congo DR 1-0, with Daniel Muñoz scoring the winner and sending Colombia into the knockout stage. 20 goals in just 6 games. Let's recap today's World Cup madness. First up, pure domination. Brazil and Mexico both absolutely crushed it today, blanking Scotland and Czechia 3-0. Morocco won a wild 6-goal thriller against Haiti 4-2. Meanwhile, Bosnia handled Qatar 3-1. Switzerland edged out Canada 2-1, and South Africa locked it down defensively for a 1-0 win over Korea Republic. Ecuador pulls off a massive upset against Germany. Here are your daily World Cup recap and today's predictions. Ecuador shocked the world, taking down Germany 2-1. Turkey won an absolute 5-goal thriller against the USA, 3-2. The Netherlands cruised past Tunisia, 3-1. Côte d'Ivoire took care of business, beating Curaçao 2-0. Japan and Sweden battled it out to a 1-1 draw, and Paraguay and Australia locked everyone down in a gritty 0-0 stalemate. 16 goals in just 3 games? The World Cup is heating up. Here's your daily recap and today's predictions in under 60 seconds. The heavyweights came to play. Senegal absolutely dismantled Iraq 5-0. Belgium crushed New Zealand 5-1, and France rolled right over Norway 4-1. On the tighter side, Spain squeezed past Uruguay 1-0. Egypt and Iran battled to a 1-1 draw, and Cabo Verde and Saudi Arabia gave us a scoreless 0-0 stalemate. The World Cup group stage is officially over, and it went out with an absolute bang. Here's your daily wrap-up. Match of the day easily goes to Algeria and Austria, trading serious blows in a crazy 6-goal 3-3 draw. Elsewhere, Argentina dismantled Jordan 3-1. Congo DR matched that exact energy, hitting Uzbekistan 3-1. And England looked rock solid with a 2-0 win over Panama. Croatia had to sweat out a 2-1 win over Ghana, while Colombia and Portugal ended the stage completely canceling each other out in a 0-0 stalemate.